Hi, I'm Richard Crump. I'm the editor of Accountancy Age. I'm filling in for Kevin Reid on today's Friday afternoon live. We're in the Draft House in Hammersmith as per usual, in our usual spot. Anyway, today I'm going to be looking at two things. Kids Company, which might seem a bit old, but the report came out from the Public Administration and Constitutional Affairs Committee, picking over the bones of the charity's collapse. And we're also going to look at Grant Thornton's new strategic vision, particularly their announcement of their shared enterprise approach model, which has been ongoing for some time, and try and get a bit of understanding of that. To begin with though, Kids Company. Now, the report from MPs of the committee delivered a grim verdict really on the systemic failure where trustees, management, auditors and the other professional service firms commissioned to investigate certain elements of the charity's financial practices could not prevent or sufficiently flag its collapse. Now, the report kind of criticised all three firms, that's the auditors Kingston Smith and PwC and PKF Littlejohn, who are both commissioned to do specific investigatory work, for not sufficiently highlighting the severity of the risks associated with the charity. Now, all three firms, to a greater or lesser extent, flagged their concerns about the financial health of Kids Company and the risks associated with the charity. Now, Kingston Smith warned about its precarious finances, albeit with much softer language than the predecessor auditors, McIntyre Hudson. While PKF Littlejohn and PwC were both engaged to conduct specific reviews into elements of the financial practices and probity of the charity. Now, nevertheless, these concerns were ignored by the trustees, and they failed to alert the government and the charity watchdog as to the impending precipice Kids Company was about to plunge headlong over. Now, there is a salutary lesson to be learned about the use of professional advisors. Clearly, they are no substitute for the exercise of judgment by those within the firms or the companies. And also, the firms tend to limit the scope of the terms of their investigations in order to limit their own exposure to risk. Now, and in the case of Kids Company, they actually avoided making any examination of the wider issues that threatened the charity's existence. And according to the report, the partial assurances offered by the firms may actually have obscured more than they revealed to those who read them. So on the face of it, all the firms did what they were supposed to do. They did raise, concerns, and within the limited nature of their briefs. These warnings lacked sufficient strength to raise alarm bells that the charity was on the brink of collapse. Now, such repeated warnings should have had an impact. They didn't. And perhaps that's the grimmest verdict about the limited nature of some professional services work and the value it fails to provide. And that's really it, for the case of Kids Company. And this week, GT published their strategic review, Vision 2020 as it's called. And that's based on three cornerstones of building trust and integrity in markets, unlocking sustainable growth for dynamic businesses, and creating environments in which businesses and people flourish. Now, aside from all the flowery language and this kind of the soft focus nature of the report, there is actually some real changes in there. And the key is their shared enterprise model, which will be much trailed by us, which really gives a greater stake in the business to all of its employees, not just the partners. Now, what this really means is there'll be a 3-year reward programme that's designed to engage all staff across the firm and create a more collaborative working environment where all employees, no matter of their level, including partners, shape the future of the business and contribute more to its growth and its business practice and things like innovation. Now, the long-term incentive programme is going to work on a 3-year cycle across the entire workforce, and that will be in addition to their standard salary reviews, performance bonuses and the like. Now, the bonuses or any further rewards to be given to all GT staff will be based on superior profits. That's profits above and beyond what they normally make. So it shouldn't be a fact that the partners are going to see a reduction in their partner profits to pay for this. Clearly, no, I don't think they really got the buy-in for the people who lead the firm. Now, how this is actually going to work in reality and how much money and extra funds are going to be made remains to be seen. Do not expect anything in the first year. There's going to be a lot of consolidation of the model, various investments in the business, so I wouldn't expect anything to happen now. And it'll also be interesting to see how the tax implications work for this, as any bonus profits for partners I think will be outside of the shared models akin to John Lewis. There will be different tax implications, I believe. Anyway, expect an analysis of this on Accountancy Age on Monday, having only just read the report. But clearly, this is a change of direction for the firm, a new type of approach, and it should actually have real differences to its structure, I think it's going to be restructuring along 7 different geographies. The leadership team is, at least the structure of it's changing to support this. So we'll have more information on Monday. Anyway, that's it for now. See you next week.